everyone, and welcome to the Plants and Presents Nursery. We're in January now, it's raining. We've had a mad busy period of Christmas and now we're catching back up again, and there's a few jobs to do around the nursery. Today I thought we would have a look at something which we're having to do here in the nursery. We don't normally have as much problems as we've had this winter, but this winter it was so cold in the run up to Christmas with the snow and ice conditions that I suspect some of you might have had a little bit of frost damage in the same way that we have at the nursery. So I wanted to show you how we deal with it, how we prune it here in the nursery. Lemons particularly, but all the citrus are actually really quite robust plants, and if they've had a little bit of a cold snap, they do show signs of grumpiness, but they can be brought back, and that's what we want to look at today. So usually our heated greenhouses, we've got one area that's really heated. Our cooler citrus stay in an unheated area but with a little bit of warmth. So we know this area normally, although it's not right next to blowers, it normally stays around 2 degrees. This winter we had -9 degrees outside, it got down to -1, -2 degrees in here. So unfortunately these lovely lemon trees, lemon Four Seasons behind me, were caught in that cold snap. Now most of the leaves on them are absolutely fine, so the flower buds have survived fine, the fruits have survived, most of the leaves are fine, but the young growth on these trees was much more tender, and so when the weather and the temperature has dropped too far, the leaves have got damaged. What happens, and you can actually see it, it's in the worst situation here, it's called edema. So the water inside the leaf can actually freeze, and when it freezes it expands, it bursts the cell walls, and then it can completely kill the leaves, like in this instance here. Now we've been busy, we haven't had time to do anything about it yet, but now we need to prune this off, otherwise this sooty mould and botrytis is going to cause lots of further problems on these trees. So we need to tidy them up and get them clean, get all the mould out of the nursery so that they can recover and put on some new spring growth. So this is young growth that just was too weak at the time that the frost came, and so it has become damaged. It's covered in mould, it needs to come off. I'm cutting as tight as I can in here to where the leaf joins, and I want to remove anything where I see anything mouldy. I also want to give the plant a good shake. Any leaves that fall off should come off, and any little mouldy bits here I can pinch off with my fingers. I also want to remove any damaged leaves, any damaged buds. Here I've got a grotty stem and a couple of damaged leaves, so I'm going to take it back a little bit further to a nice clean leaf joint here. All that will go on the compost heap, and again here, and again here. Now, anywhere where the skin of a leaf has got damaged or punctured, they will also rot and go mouldy. So this horrid yucky fruit needs to come off. These ones here are still firm and hard. The thick waxy skin actually protected them from the cold. So those will still continue to ripen and will be fine. We will keep these trees here for several weeks until they start to put on new growth, so we're absolutely confident that the root system is secure and happy and the plants are looking happy, and then these plants can be re-released for gifts. But at the moment they will stay in quarantine until we've seen the full extent of the damage. This is obviously young leaves where the cells have burst completely and it's really died off completely. When you see not too bad cases of edema, sometimes it just shows the little lumpy patches. But when it's really cold, then it can actually, as I say, swell so much that the water, the frozen water, bursts the cell walls completely, and then there's absolutely no hope of the leaf recovering. There is hope for the tree. As soon as I've got all this horrid, yucky, mouldy going right back down here, take that whole stem off, it's no good. Take all this off so we've got nice clean airflow. These are a couple of flower beds that have got mouldy. They've got to come off too. And I'm checking in between nice, clean, healthy flower bud in there. And, oh, a nasty fruit in here. But still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fruits and some flower buds on this tree. So I'm very confident that in a few weeks' time it'll put on some new growth and it will recover well. This is exactly what you can do at home if you've had trees that have been out a little bit cold, the young growth at the top has been damaged. All you've got to do is prune it off, keep the temperature stable and let it recover. Right, thanks for watching. More tips coming soon.